in Margaritaville and minding my own. Some foreign car driving dude with a road rage attitude pulled up beside me talking on his cell phone. He started yelling at me like I did something wrong. He flipped me the bird and then he was gone. Some beach somewhere, there's a big umbrella casting shade over an empty chair. Palm trees are growing and warm breezes blowing. I picture myself right there on some beach somewhere. I circled the parking lot trying to find a spot just big enough I could park my old truck. A man with a big cigar was getting into his car. I stopped and I waited for him to back up. But from out of nowhere a Mercedes-Benz came cruising up and whipped right in. Some beach somewhere, there's nowhere to go and you got all day to get there. There's cold margaritas and hot senoritas smiling with long dark hair on some beach somewhere. Well, I sat in that waiting room, it seemed like all afternoon. The nurse finally said, "Doc's ready for you. You're not gonna feel a thing. We'll give you some Novocaine. That tooth will be fine in a minute or two." Then he stuck that needle down deep in my gum and he started drilling before I was numb. Some beach somewhere, there's a beautiful sunset burning up the atmosphere. There's music and dancing and lovers romancing the salty evening air on some beach somewhere. On some beach somewhere.
Preacher told me last Sunday morning, son, you better start living right. You need to quit the women and whiskey and carrying on all night. Don't you want to hear them call your name when you're standing at the pearly gates? I told the preacher, yes I do, but I hope they don't call today. I ain't ready. Everybody wants to go to heaven, have a mansion high above the clouds. Everybody wanna go to heaven, but nobody wanna go now. Said, preacher, maybe you didn't see me throw an extra 20 in the plate. It's one for everything I did last night and one to get me through today. Here's a 10 to help you remember next time you got the good Lord's ear. Say I'm coming, but there ain't no hurry. I'm having fun down here. Don't you know that everybody wants to go to heaven, get their wings and fly around? Everybody wanna go to heaven, but nobody wanna go now. Someday I wanna see those streets of gold, getting my halo, but I wouldn't mind next 100 years or so. Everybody wanna go to heaven. It beats the other place, there ain't no doubt. Everybody wanna go to heaven, but nobody wanna go now. Everybody wanna go to heaven. Hallelujah, let me hear you shout. Everybody wanna go to heaven, but nobody wanna go now. Think I can speak for the crowd. Nobody wanna go now.
I got a call from my best friend this evening. He said he wasn't going out with us guys on Friday night. Yeah, he was gonna change for his newfound flame to keep her satisfied. And I just laughed and said, hey man, well go ahead and try. 'Cause I gave up smoking, women, and drinking last night. It was the worst 15 minutes of my life. Now I've heard it said that too much fun will kill you, and I'll be the first to tell you that I don't wanna die. Too many 12-ounce curls, pretty girls, and parties ain't advised. Well, take it from me, don't believe all that hype. 'Cause I gave up smoking, women, and drinking last night. And it was the worst 15 minutes of my life. That's right. Well, you could get hit by a truck tomorrow, so you might as well raise a little hell tonight. 'Cause I gave up smoking, women, and drinking last night. And it was the worst 15 minutes of my life. Man, it was the worst 15 minutes of my life. That's right. Never again.
I got my toes in the water, ass in the sand, not a worry in a world of cold beer in my hand. Life is good today. Life is good today. Well, a plane touched down just about 3 o'clock, and the city's still on my mind. Bikinis and palm trees danced in my head. I was still in the baggage line. Concrete cars, oh, they own prison bars. Like this life I'm living in. But the plane brought me farther. I'm surrounded by water, and I'm not going back again. I got my toes in the water, ass in the sand, not a worry in a world of cold beer in my hand. Life is good today. Life is good today. Adios and via con Dios. Yeah, I'm leaving GA. And if it weren't for tequila and pretty senoritas, I'd have no reason to stay. Adios and vaya con Dios. Yeah, I'm leaving GA. Gonna lay in the hot sun and roll a big fat one and grab my guitar and play. The 4 days flew by like a drunk Friday night as the summer drew to an end. They can't believe that I just couldn't leave, and I bid adieu to my friends. 'Cause my bartender, she's from the islands. Her body's been kissed by the sun, and coconut replaces the smell of the bar, and I don't know if it's her or the rum. I got my toes in the water, ass in the sand, not a worry in a world of cold beer in my hand. Life is good today, life is good today. Adios and vaya con Dios, a long way from GA. Yes, and all the muchachas, they call me Big Papa when I throw pesos their way. Adios and vaya con Dios, a long way from GA. Someone do me a favor and pour me some Jaeger, and I'll grab my guitar and play.